Passion our purpose, profit our pain.
I don't ever want my name to be in vain.
A life full of substance is the only thing that will remain the same.
Millennial
Millennial thoughts.
thoughts.
Ah, we tried. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Alicia.
And it's your girl Sabria.
And we are back with another episode of Millennial Thoughts. Back like we never left. Hopefully you didn't miss us. So today I want to share with y'all a millennial mogul, and her name is Mooney
My
Long.
girl. That's
Yes.
my girl.
We all know her. She's a songwriter and an artist, and she be having top charting singles, and she be taking over TikTok by storm. You know, she has Twin, Where Have You Been? But I'm gonna go with my favorite. Mine is Hours and Hours. That's
Hours and
my
hours.
song.
Yes.
Yes, Hours. She took it over by a storm for Valentine's Day last year. So I'm gonna choose that song. But yeah, we just want to give her flowers because she has been winning, awards and stuff like that. Last year I think it was like a Grammy and stuff like that. And so yeah, we're just shouting her out for Millennial Mogul. I don't think I've done like a songwriter per se, but she's written for Rihanna and different things like that too. I believe Chris Brown as well. But yeah, so she's a songwriter and an artist, and she's our Millennial Mogul for this episode. And that's really all we want to share about her. And like I said, if you have a Millennial Mogul that you think is doing big, numbers and everything, you want to shout them out, email us at millennialthoughtspodcast@gmail.com. I think it's millennialthoughtspod@gmail.com. And message us on Instagram at Millennial Thoughts Podcast if you want to share someone so we can highlight them in our next episode.
Mooney is amazing. I'm a fan. Like I've been singing "Made for Me." I've been singing that like literally every other day. On it's like
Mhm.
constantly a little TikTok video, and I know that anybody around me is probably sick of it. So yeah, love her, love her. But I'm excited to jump into our therapy toolkit because we got some juicy stuff coming up today. We got a big topic where we talk about soft life. Is it the good life? And what does a good soft life even mean? We about to talk about the real stuff today, and I'm so excited. But
Mhm.
before we do that, we always do our therapy toolkit. And so for listeners, the therapy toolkit is by Lynn Martinson, and it's an opportunity to explore your life on a deeper level, to understand how you orient with the world. It's important to know who we are so that we can understand where we're going and look back at the past to learn lessons from the past. So with that being said, I'm excited to bring our random card. As y'all know, Alicia, it's always random.
Yes,
You ready?
very.
You ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
And so neither one of us know what card I'm selecting and whatever topic. And so with that being said, the card is I think we already did this one actually. I'm gonna do a different one because I feel like we talk about emotional intimacy? I feel like that was one of our
Mm-hmm.
other ones. We already did that one. We
We
did
did.
physical intimacy for another one too. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ooh, this one's perfect. Oh, good timing. This one is self-worth. We are all born equally vulnerable and worthy of love. And so, why do we feel so different about our self worth? And so, for you, Alicia, how does self worth look for you? Is how important to you is it for you in your life?
Mm. How do we know that we're all deserving of love? Because we were born.
Mm.
Just a question I'm asking. Small plug. I talked about self-worth as one of my very, very first episodes on Millennial Thoughts. It's like the third episode, and it's like one of the highest listening episodes. So y'all go check that out after this one. And so if you listen to the last episode, we talked about like career and mental health, I believe one of these episodes, and I was talking about how people put their self-worth and value in career. And I don't think you should do that. I think you should just know that you're worthy. And if you are a Christian, if you believe you worthy in basically God's image, so you're born worthy because you're born in the image of God. Like I said, it depends on what you believe in. But I was born and I was raised Christian, so it's like you're worthy because you're in God. So that's why I always kind of get confused when like preachers be preaching like you wasn't worthy, that you was. I'm like, well, you're in God's image, and so you're worthy if that's a whole different conversation. But for self-worth, I think that it is really the work that you do, that you know that you're worthy, and you put your best like foot forward to know that you are worthy in yourself, and then that kind of shows on the outside. So I think with self-worth, I feel like that I have a good relationship with it because I feel like I'm worthy of everything, honestly. Like, I feel like I'm worthy of everything. And I feel like I put my best foot first, best foot forward. I don't know why I keep saying that, best foot forth. That's what I guess I'm saying. And knowing that if I try and I want to achieve something, that I can do it. And so, um, I just feel like it's a positive thing in me or whatever that like I don't believe that I'm not worth anything like that. That's just not me. Like I don't believe I'm not worth anything. I do think that I am on this earth like for a reason in a season or like a purpose in a sense, kind of. But it's like, no, I feel like I'm worthy to be here and I feel like I have self-worth and I value myself because I know who I am. So as long as you know who you are, you can have self-worth to know what you bring to this world. So that's my answer. What about you?
I love that. I think that's so beautiful. I love that you're confident. I think that my self-worth, I think it took time to build. And I think that self-worth can be so fragile. It's something that takes so much work to build, but yet somehow it can be so easily torn down with the right relation, with the not the right, with the wrong relationship or the
Mhm.
wrong friendships. It can be torn down so quickly. And so I think it's really important that we understand that our self-worth is what kind of keeps us solid, and it reminds us that it dictates how we show up in the world. And I think
Mhm.
people have the ability to influence our self-worth, but I also think we have the biggest ability to influence it. So
Mhm.
I totally
Mhm.
connect and relate with you. I think I'm at a really good place in my life with self-worth, and I hope to continue to live like that and live a peaceful life.
Yeah, and to your point, I guess like when you started talking, I was thinking about that because we talked about this in other episodes, but uh like society, body image and stuff like that. And so also like you do kind of have to build your own self-worth because like they'll tell you that you're not worthy if you're darker skin, if you're bigger, if you got 4C hair, like the world can tell you that you're not worthy or whatever, but that's what it is. Like, are you in this world? Like, who cares what they say that you're not? So you got to really have that confidence and to just know, like you just gotta know that like you that girl, like I'm that girl or I'm that guy, whatever you are, like.
I love that.
So I think those to your point, I think that stuff does factor in. But like I said, when you know who you are, when you don't try to conform to other people and stuff like that, then you're gonna be worthy within yourself.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And so today we're going to actually be kind of talking about how, we're going to self worth will be tied into what we're talking about today because we're talking all about the good life, quote unquote, the soft life. And so before
You're
we,
worthy of a soft life.
yes, I love that. So we're going to actually share a little clip just to kind of hear about someone talk about what it means to have a soft life in terms of her relationship. And then we're going to kind of go into the conversation. So let's jump into this little clip just to see kind of what she had to say. I think that it was a really interesting perspective. And oh, it says Miss Amanda Ferguson. That's what the podcast episode was for. Or not the podcast, the TikTok.
My husband taught me how to be a relaxed woman. I had always seen the praying woman, the ambitious woman, the strong woman. But my husband taught me that rest wasn't a recommendation, it was a requirement. And then he would tell me things like, I've got you. And there was something about a man that keeps his word that makes you feel so safe and so secure, and it allows you to flourish in your femininity. You can't grow in survival and softness at the same time. One is going to dominate the other. So he allowed me to push my survival mode to the side, and he allowed my softness to come to the surface. It was in our marriage that he taught me, in this marriage you never have to fight. There's no competition. We are one. And that brought me strength. He's always allowed me to be in my femininity. So if you ever want to know what to look for in a man, let me give you a simple key. A man who doesn't want to break God's heart won't want to break yours.
Ooh,
She
it
talks
gives
soft.
me chills. Like this is not even the first time I heard it, and it still gives me chills.
She gives me she even talks often, but that's another thing that I feel like what she said at the end is so prominent. And I know we talk about religion, we talk about different things, but like if a man does not have like morals and values, I'm sorry, like it's just like I don't think I can be with someone who doesn't have morals and values because if they don't have it, they can do anything to you. And so in this situation, she is a Christian, clearly. So it's like if he doesn't want to break God's heart, he's not going to break your heart.
I
And
love
so
that. Ooh,
going back to what it said, talking about keeping his word. And that's another reason why, like, I'm single because I'm like, these guys don't keep their word. How you gonna say you want to go on a date with me, but you don't respond back to me? You don't reach out to me. Like, you don't keep your word. That's already a red flag to me. And so when she's talking about that survival and then that softness, and I really agree with that. And then just the way people are raised. Like, I wasn't raised out of survival. I was raised out of love. And so I think that kind of goes into it. So the fact that she has the ability to even like say it and express it, it's like she's soft. She doesn't have to be like, I'm on edge, like I'm trying to be like struggling or whatever the heck the other word
The
she
fact
said.
that you can't live in the same modes at the same time is what
Yeah,
you
survival mode, survival mode.
Yes, right? Like I thought that right there is so important. I love that you call it out. Like you can't live in survival and softness at the same time.
Yeah, at
You can,
all.
yeah.
And so I think like that is like really important and really key. And the fact that she was like, oh yeah, he taught me how to do this or whatever, and just rest. And like, because Black women, we be doing this, doing that, whatever. And so find you a man that's going to help you rest. Find you a man that wants to enjoy you. But like to what I was saying, like you have to find someone that values that. And that's what I'm saying, morals and values. Like first you got to find someone who values the responsibility of a woman, and that's going to provide that safe space for her and that vulnerability for her to even be soft. Everybody
I get
wants to and everybody wants to be like feminine, like I'm sorry, unpopular opinion. I hate that. I want my woman to be feminine. I want a feminine woman. Well, like what else is a woman besides feminine? Like I don't understand that. Like I hate that. Like you want to be or saying that she's masculine. It's like no, she's showing up as in like what she has to do, who she is. And so quit talking about you want a feminine woman, and be the provider for a feminine so you can get your woman to be feminine with quotation.
Well, let me ask you this though, because you kind of brought up a point that I want to jump right into. Do you need a partner for a soft life? Like that's my question. Do we have to have a partner for our life to be soft?
I don't know if you have to have a partner for your life to be soft, but in my life, um, my life
I
could
love
be
your life in my
softer.
life.
My life could be softer with a partner. So I don't know. I think you can have a soft life and how we're talking about it in the day and age now. Your soft life could be anything as we're talking about your career. Like if you're an entrepreneur and say like you love your job, for instance, you love your job, you love to travel, you're making good money, you don't want any kids, you're just out here boo bop, you're a digital nomad. If that's a soft life to you, you don't need a partner. You don't. If you want to be a six-figure owner and you want to have nice cars and you could pay your rent and like you could do your spa days or whatever you want to do. No, you don't have to have a partner to achieve a soft life, is what I'm going to say.
I,
It
I
could
like
be
I like that perspective. So coming from someone that I feel like I lived in a lot of survival response growing up. I think my mom, she was very neurotic, I feel like as a person, and I feel like I gathered a lot of that. And my parents were teachers. So life was, a little complicated sometimes. And my parents were also divorced. And I think about how, let's go back to the science of it, right? So that our trauma response is often one of four things or a combination: fight, which means we attack, we go at it, we're fighting, we're freezing, we pause, we shut down, or we might fawn, we give in, we give in, we kind of pretty much give up everything that about ourselves to give in to the person. And we also flight, which is run away. We try to get away from the situation, we're avoidant. And so I think that we as people, we all have kind of default responses. And in my opinion, in order to access the soft life, we have to be able to take control of our survival responses. And I feel like for me, being with a partner, he just similar to the lady that was talking, he really did help me understand that I had to allow myself to just be present, to just be okay with the unknown. Life is crazy, life is unpredictable. And he constantly reminds me, Sabria, these things happen. It is what it is. Like, keep moving and don't allow yourself to get stuck, to get lost. Because I have a habit of freezing and I have a habit of running. I'm a runner. And if it gets inconvenient, I run a run and I'm scared. But he really has encouraged me to stay and to really, stay. And I'm talking about like necessarily in a relationship, but like stay to figure things out in my business, stay to figure things out in a conflict with someone that I really have a good relationship with. And so I think it's important to have someone who is good for your nervous system, quite frankly. I
Mhm.
think it's important to have someone that can help ensure that you can neutralize yourself. And so in my opinion, a soft life does not necessarily require a partner. You can choose a soft life, but however, like you said, it makes it just a whole lot softer, and it makes it a whole lot better because not only do you have
You have the right partner,
the
child.
right partner, But you have the emotional support, the mental support, the social support,
What's
logistics.
fawn mean again? I got the fight,
Fawn,
flight,
fawn is
freeze.
when we give in, like we pretty much we roll over on our back. You know how a dog, whenever like they're like surrender, kind of like you surrender, you just give in and let whatever happen. And so you kind of like, yes, whatever you want, and you pretty much try to just appease that person or that situation.
Okay, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't grow up in the survival mode, so I don't know if I do any of those.
And that's a good thing. I mean,
Totally
that
great.
is a blessing. I think a lot of people we underestimate the fact that if you don't have that as your normal response, that means you probably
Yeah.
had secure attachment growing up, and that is amazing.
Uh-huh.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
And so we want people walking around with secure attachment mindsets, because if they're not,
hmm
then it definitely does not
hmm
contribute to a soft life.
I actually shy away, honestly, and it could be horrible or whatever, but like I shy away from like dudes who are like born in survival mode because it's like their love is different. I mean, it could be stronger, it could be harder, but like when you grow up in survival mode versus like love mode, kind of, if that's a mode, it really shapes who you are, and your environment shapes who you are, how you move shapes who you are. And so I don't know about that survival mode, and it just gives me a different perspective. And so yeah, true, I know, I feel like I don't feel like I'm the only anomaly, whatever that is, anomaly. But when I talk to dudes, like I was raised in a two-parent house, so I have brothers. Like I didn't struggle. I moved out, travel. So it's like I have a different type of lifestyle, and I'm not shying away from that as well. But when I talk and I see people and then I hear other people's how they were born and how they was raised and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm like, I can't relate. I don't know anything about that. So I feel like I had a soft life growing up. So I'm trying to keep my
So you're
soft life
like,
going.
we're not gonna stop the trend. I feel that.
Baby, okay.
So
My
let
life
me
was soft when I was growing up. I need to get back to the soft life. Okay, right now I'm in a little
It's getting a little rocky out here. It's getting a little rocky.
okay. I'm in a little fight to
Let
fight.
me ask you this. What does soft life mean to you? Like, what would a soft life be for you?
So a soft life to me, on Instagram you see like buying stuff, doing this, going to trips and doing spas, but I think a soft life to me is freedom, and I think that like I get to choose what I want to do every day. So I already got a routine. So if I had a soft life, it would definitely be married. Like I would be a stay-at-home wife, quote unquote mom or whatever. But now I'm like, baby, let me be a stay-at-home wife, baby, because I got a routine. So I'll be going to sleep. I get up, go to the gym, get up and go right and like be able to see, be able to feel like I'm not a nature person, but like for some reason I feel like I'm in bondage every time I'm sitting at a desk for 9 hours. Like I'll be able to go outside, I'll be able to write, I'll be able to explore. So I think a soft life to me definitely encompasses my passion. So like I get to write, and it's just like I'm writing just to write. If this happens or if this doesn't get produced, I'm still enjoying it. I'm traveling, I'm doing it for fun. Like I feel like my soft life is about fun, is about family, definitely, because then I'll be able to create a life for my family. So I'll be able to, have kids and enjoy being able to actually like nurture and build and like have that bond with my kids. And then I'll be able to really like invest in me. And so people say that, but people don't really get to do it. But I feel like I invest in me a lot personally. But I'll just be able to invest in me more times. Like I don't be at the gym for a long time, but like I was saying or whatever, I'm on spring break now. I was like, oh, I could be at the gym for like 2 hours. I would never do that if I just, went after work. I'm like boom, 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 boom. So I think a soft life means that I would be going slower. Like I love slow Sundays, love slow Saturdays. So I think a soft life to me is like a slow life, and not slow as in like I won't be doing it,
Slow
but like yeah,
Sundays, like, oh,
yeah,
those
like
give me the
I
chills.
I love slow Sundays, slow. Like I sleep in, or whatever, and then I can go to the gym, I can go work out, and then I can just kind of just have the rest of the day. I could watch TV, but of course, traveling is like fast or whatever. But like a slow day to just plan whatever I want to do, have fun. I could just take my time. I'm not rushing to get. Oh, I gotta be here in 10 minutes. Oh, I gotta be here in 15 minutes. Oh, I gotta be here in 20 minutes. Like I think that's what a soft life is to me. Just having a slow pace Saturday, Sunday, slow weekends, slow days. And if I
Girl,
have to work, it's
slow
just like
weekends.
yeah, just like 3 days a week. I will work like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for like 4 hours. Like that's my soft life. For 12 hours a week, slow weekends. And I can have fast weekends when I want to, but also that freedom and flexibility is what I think would really help me with my slow life, and my husband paying the bills so I don't have to pay any bills.
I love that you have it mapped out. Like I just totally respect that you have it mapped out, because it's funny. I think for me, I've kind of learn what my soft life is through like doing my life. So I'm a naturally, I feel like anxious person by default. I mean, I don't feel like I'm like horribly anxious all the time, but I'm a very like jittery, like my stomach, my nervous system can go up like this in a drop of a dime, and it can be the most silliest thing. I know that that's like kind of my body triggers like that, and maybe it's from the past of maybe having the genetics of that, or maybe it could be from growing up in that way. And so I get anxious, and I mean, whether it's money, whether it's decision making, whether, you know, whatever, I mean, I can get there, but it's just the initial anxiety. And so soft life for me has been learning to regulate my anxiety, learning to take a deep breath. Or I say things like, it's okay, Sabria. It's okay, Sabria. Sabria, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Nothing's happening. Like the world is not falling apart because this email came. Like you are okay. And I think that getting to a place where I can remember that nothing defines me, no one defines me, but God and myself and the loved ones I have, they're part of who I am. And so I think that when we get lost in the world, we start to lose ourselves and we start to lose that peace within. And so to me, soft life is also not comparison, not getting caught up in social medias. It is soft life is, like you said, the soft Sundays, if I want to, where I can wake up and I can just look outside. I'm a nature person. I love just sitting here and looking at the birds and listening to the tweets. And I might run from a bug or two, but I just love like just the feeling of sunshine and humanity and feel my feet on the ground and knowing that I'm alive. I think that we don't realize how delicate life is. Life is so deeply delicate, and we are so blessed every single day to have ability to live and breathe and experience life. And we don't know how long our clock is. And I think as people, if we could just appreciate like soft life to me is appreciating simplicity. Wow, I'm enjoying a really good macaroon. I had tried these new macaroons from this new brand. They're so good, the macaroons or whatever, they're so good. Like enjoying a new batch of ice cream. I mean, I'm a foodie, as you can see, enjoying this beautiful flower that you found outside. It's the little things. And so to me, soft life is that. But you're right. It's also not stressing about big things as well. It's being able.
I think when I think about soft life, you had a good point, but I actually think about my childhood. So it's like when I was a child, my life was soft. So kind of, you know how they be like, oh, you want to what's your childhood, whatever. Like, but when I was soft, when I was a child, my life was soft. So even thinking about that childhood thing, is like I had dreams, I had visions, and oh, that's what I was gonna say. To your point, like I that person, I don't know if it's because how I was raised, but like I always make a decision. When you're like, I love how you already have it planned out. I've been dreaming about stuff since I was younger. Like I'm a dreamer. And so it's like people like, oh, you can't make a decision easily. I can make a decision easily. I be good enough. I'm like, you don't know what you want to do? You don't know, but it's like me, I do know. And so that could just be how I was raised. Like make a decision, figure it out which one you're gonna do. Like I don't have a hard time knowing what I want, figuring out what I'm gonna do because I already planned everything that I have or whatever. Now, if it's all gonna happen, that's a different story. The plan is the plan. But yeah, so I think that even that going back into my childhood, like what did I do? Like I was the youngest, I'm the only girl. I would ask for stuff, or I would not like I wasn't spoiled, so that's not what I'm saying, but like I would ask for things, and if it was like, okay, they can do it, then we can get it, you know. I traveled. I got to be a part of like doing volleyball. I did piano lessons. So like I was able to experiment with different things that I wanted to do. And so I think like that would be me with my soft life. Like, oh, I'm getting to kind of not being a child again because I'm grown, you know, but like being a child again, like I get to go try this out. I get to go try that out. How I was saying I can get a new hobby. I can go just learn how to sew, no, learn how to knit. I can go read a book in the library, you know, like I can be able to do that. And so I think like that's kind of how I would envision my soft life. And then that's why I would need a partner with my soft life.
I love your realness. But like, let me ask you this. Soft life is also about being drama free, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, I was gonna go into that one.
So so I mean, I guess for me, one thing I realize is that when you open space for drama, when you involve yourself or you give too much of yourself. Like one thing I've learned is like this is getting a little bit spiritual, is I say like don't start a spiritual battle that doesn't have to happen, aka stay private about your stuff. I think that when you start putting your stuff out there, it starts giving room for other voices. And so it's important to have some sense of privacy. To me, that's a part of my soft life. And just also to just tell people that you don't want to or just choose not to partake in stuff that involves drama. So like whether it's family or friends, just setting boundaries. I have done that in the last few years. It has changed my life. I mean, not solving people's problems and getting in people's chaos.
Well, I guess like me, that wasn't really an issue because I didn't, and I don't know, I didn't grow up with drama. Like,
Dang, you just had a good life. I said, I'm like, dang. I mean,
no,
like, shoot, where can I get a piece of your life? Like, come on, like, what?
but no, like I don't know, and it's because my dad, he don't deal with drama. He like, no, I'm not arguing, I'm not doing whatever. So I'm, of course, in my childhood, like me and my brothers argue whatever, but like even in high school, like there is drama around people. There's drama around people, but I'm just like the person who's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Now in college, I did have a big issue, but it wasn't me. It was like a group, whatever. So that kind of like it caused drama, but I'm not a person like I'm not a drama starter. I'm not going to want to try to start drama. I'm just like a peace person. Like I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like this is that now. And so I was gonna saying like my family isn't. It's like some families have all this drama or whatever, but I think my dad, because my dad was like the oldest of six kids or whatever, I feel like he didn't want to have that in his life. So he's not gonna like incorporate drama. And my mom was the only child. So who the heck was she arguing with? And so it's like they didn't like have that like toxicity drama. Like my parents was raised like we wasn't raised like there was no cussing in our house. Like there wasn't that type of stuff in our house. So I wasn't around all that like cussing, drinking, what kind of like infuses arguments and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So even we would have parties at my house. My dad would be like, yeah, I don't want y'all drinking over here because like we don't want to start fights. People be fighting and shooting and stuff. So I kind of like I wasn't raised in that. And so I don't want to say I was sheltered, but like I wasn't raised in like a toxic environment. And so when I
That's
think
such a
about
blessing.
drama,
Such a blessing. I mean, oh,
so
that's so great. Like,
yes, so I'm like, so that's what I'm saying, the soft life. Now, of course, my mama got on my nerves, my daddy got on my nerves. That's true.
that's
That's
normal.
yeah, that's normal, and you don't do, but like within the living environment, like I honestly like I remember like we were like the only black family on our in our cul-de-sac. Like everybody else was white. Like we was only black people. So like I'm saying within like the family drama, like it wasn't anything like that. And so that's all that I could think of. Now, of course, with friends and stuff like that, you have drama and different things or whatever. But I kind of stayed close with my friends in middle school or whatever. And then high school, it was kind of like different, but I didn't have drama because I didn't like I was saying, I moved around a couple of times, so I ain't have drama with nobody because baby, I ain't know nobody except my first high school. Me and my best friend, we fell out, but it wasn't like I was fighting her. I was doing all that stuff or whatever. But then, like in college, there was a bigger issue, and then like we kind of like our friends kind of like split or whatever. But it wasn't like we just had like a conversation, but it wasn't like we was fighting, we was going off or whatever. I mean, I might have said stuff on Twitter and stuff like that, but I wasn't raised around a whole bunch of drama is basically what I'm saying. So I wouldn't think that my soft life would be drama filled. So it'd be drama free as well too,
Yeah.
because I don't really do drama in a sense. So
So quick,
that's
quick, quick mind. What are three things that can make your life softer? Like that for you. So for me, like off the top of my head, like one thing is going to bookstores. It's such a like soft, slowing thing for me. Slash also go to Marshalls. I'll include that too. So like maybe a little bit of shopping. Another thing that gives me softness is drinking a tea. I love drinking like a nice little cozy tea somewhere in the corner. And I would say nature's. Like, what are your three like soft things for your life? Like three contributors.
ooh, my things are gonna be different. Um, my something that could add to my soft life is money, okay, to travel. So that could be added to my soft life. Um, what else could be added to my soft life? I think community, like more friends. I have recently relocated. So being like friends that could add to my soft life because that could bring my community and that could bring my friendships and then that can help me. So I would say money, community, and then my last one that can be added to my soft life is I'm trying to think of something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Maybe more like more self-care. So like maybe I could like get my nails done more. I could go to massage. I could get a facial. Like I can have like a whole self-care routine, something like that. But really like a podcasting studio.
I love that. I love that.
Something
Look
I
at
could be
you.
creative. Something I could be creative. I didn't want to put a man on there, but that would be the fourth, so that he could pay my bills, so that I could get it.
Go big or go small, soft life. I love it. Go big or go home. And
That's what I was like. Ours are totally different.
I know it's funny. And you know what? I think that that for me, I know you were talking about femininity and masculinity. I feel like I have been able to really tap into my nurturing self through
Mhm.
being more in a soft like yes, it does help to have a partner and the stability and the support. Like I feel like I'm enjoying the little things like cooking dinner, even though I've had a long day. Like I don't mind that. I don't mind, taking the dogs out. I don't mind doing some errands, taking the dog to get his groomer or whatever it means. Like
I would love that. Let me be an errand girl.
yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning to like love those parts. And so
Mhm.
I want to give a few final thoughts for like as we get to our therapy corner. There's some steps that I recommend for anybody who's listening if they want to be able to achieve a soft life. And so the first thing would be decide what soft life means to you. Alicia and I talked a little bit about our versions of a soft life. What is a soft life for you? That's number one. If you can define it, then you can work towards achieving it. Two, you got to make micro changes. So that means that you have to do things about your lifestyle. You have to change your environment, move, might be a macro change. You might have to make a move. Make those changes on a day to day. How early are you waking up? What time are you going to bed? What are you saying to yourself in the mornings? Those micro changes. But also, step three is that you're going to want to do the internal work too. So in order to embody softness, you have to work through your trauma. So if you have stuff that you need to work through, you need to go to therapy. Go get the support you need so that you can uplift yourself from survival mode, release yourself from your own chains so that you can't even access your softness because it's hard. Just as the speaker shared or the lady that was sharing, Amanda was sharing, you can only be in softness or survival. You cannot choose both. So do that inner work. And step four, give yourself grace with your ever evolving soft life. So sometimes your soft life can be one thing and it can change over the years. Soft life may look like you working part-time. It may look like you staying at home. Be okay with the fact that soft life can change for you. So those are my tips.
Can be hybrid.
Yes,
The
hybrid.
part-time job is good. Yes. I would say that my like tips for a soft life would definitely be like don't wait to create like your soft life, your routine and what you want. Kind of
Yes.
do that now. Like I was saying earlier, I do slow Saturdays and slow Sundays. I do that now. Like I've incorporated that for like kind of like almost a year or something like that. Maybe not all the way a year, but like that's something that I want to put into my routine. You be hearing going, go to brunch, go to it's like, no, let me have a soft life. Let me mm, book a massage that day. Let me get my nails done or whatever. Like if you want to go and you enjoy the movies, say you enjoy the movies, don't go when it's crowded. Go on a Monday night. Like I did that as well. So like kind of incorporate how you saying like make micro changes. Incorporate things that you want in your soft life now, or work on things that can help you have a softer life. If you do have to do a couple side hustles, get the money, save up the money if you want to go on a trip, if you want to travel, kind of like incorporate that in your life so that when you do achieve what your soft life is, you already have everything kind of lined up and put together so that you will, be able to kind of, be already in your soft life of what you want to do. And I think that would be like the main thing. And then also, I mean, look it up and don't just think that soft life is like, as we've talked about, soft life is not just about purchasing, looking good, having this. It's really about how you feel inside, what you want to do. So you don't always have to think about external things that are going to make your life softer. Think about what you're going to do internally to, make you feel good and what you're going to want to do to, keep your life going on as soft
I
as
love
well.
that.
That
Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that soft life, girl. We claiming it. We're claiming soft
okay.
life.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. And if any man is ready to have a wife and provide a soft life, slide into my DMs.
No, she did not use the podcast as her dating app. No, she
Which I
didn't.
never do. So that's so funny because I don't even tell dudes I even have a podcast. So it's like, ugh, I'm really nervous sharing this stuff online because they
I
try to
love you. Putting
try to
yourself
get
out there. I love it.
But yeah, because I'm ready to have a soft life. Okay. And that could definitely be very much, very, very much helpful. But yes, if y'all enjoy this episode, let us know if y'all watching this on YouTube or even audio. You can slide into our comments on Instagram, Millennial Thoughts Podcast. Let us know how you envision your soft life. Let us know what your or if you are even living a soft life right now. Let us know if you enjoy the TikTok or what you think about survival mode. All the things that we kind of talked about today, leave it in our comments and share with us. And don't forget to rate us on your podcasting app platform. And, just subscribe, share with your friends and your family. and check back with us, in the next episode. We would love to hear your thoughts, and we appreciate y'all listening and giving us taking time out of your day to put us in your wellness routine.
Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye.